I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful and practical client contract and client invoice templates for any industry using Excel or Google Sheets. This template is based on real business templates and can be used for any industry. After discussing the work details with your client, you will want to send a contract for signatures and to outline the scope of work. You can customize the template with your company and client information, as well as add your company logo. In the body of the contract, under the scope of work, provide a detailed description of the work to be performed. Be sure to include detailed work descriptions and all parts of the project. Next, under payment schedule, outline the deposit requirements, payment milestones, and the remaining balance. The total cost can be linked to your estimate file. The templates are protected, but if you're comfortable using Excel or Google Sheets, you can manually enter all information by unlocking the templates. To do this, go to the Review tab and select Unprotect Sheet. No password is required. Feel free to adjust the language in the contract template as needed. The contract is print ready. To print, press Command+P on Mac or Control+P on PC. Select Portrait Orientation and select the scale to fit the document to 1 page wide by 1 page tall. Save the document as a PDF for review before printing and delivering it to the client for signing. The second tab of the template is the invoice, which you can send to your client throughout the project. You can add your company logo and update both your company and client information. Under Work Description, use the drop-down menu to select the trade covered by the invoice. Once selected, the total amount for that trade will automatically appear in column E under Amount. If needed, you can unlock the worksheet protection by going to Review and selecting Unprotect Sheet. This will allow you to manually specify the amount you want to bill the client. If you need to collect sales or any other tax, you can enter the tax rate for your location, and the template will automatically calculate the total to be billed to the client. The invoice is also print ready. Make sure to select Portrait Orientation, adjust margins if needed, and set the scale to fit the document 1 page wide by 1 page tall. Save the PDF with the invoice number to send to your client. The client contract and invoice template is ideal for small to medium-sized projects in any industry, helping you manage service agreements and bill clients for completed work. If you want a copy of this exact template in both Excel and Google Sheets, visit my Etsy store. Alternatively, if you would prefer to create your own, stay tuned. I will walk you through how to build both the contract and the invoice, which you can customize to fit your needs. Let's get started. After internally creating and calculating estimate for a project, you have to send a proposal to the client, a contract that outlines the scope of work and the total cost. Let's create a client-ready contract in Excel that looks like a Word document. First, I will select all the cells and choose a default font. Next, zooming in on the page using the zoom slider in the bottom right corner will give me a better view. To begin, I will add the key details for the client contract, including my company name, address, phone number, etc. The contract will also include the date, the estimate number that it's based on, the project name, and the client information. I will create a scope of work section where I can describe the work that will be performed. I will set the date to update automatically and format it better. After that, I will adjust the layout by resizing columns and aligning the text properly. Next, I will add more example data, such as the project name and address. and link it to the project name from my estimate so everything stays consistent and automatically updates. Formatting some of the text will help me visualize the layout. Before adding any color, I will apply a white background to make the document look more professional and less like a draft Excel sheet. I will continue linking the contract to my estimate, ensuring the information flows consistently so no references are incorrect. To improve readability, I will manually increase the row heights for more breathing room. Then I will add any required legal language based on industry standards and local regulations. I will expand the scope of work section and use a matching color fill to clearly divide different parts of the contract. I will insert my company logo and adjust the column widths to make sure everything fits well. To create a clean border for the contract, I will copy and paste the width of column A to column F on the right. Now I will merge the cells to create a Word-like section where I can write the scope of work description. I will also increase the row height a bit to make the text easier to read. Then I will add an example scope of work to test the layout of my contract. Always spell check anything you create in Excel, especially if it's a contract going to a client. To improve the design, I will add a subtle bottom border to each line, then copy the formatting down the section. Since my document is zoomed in to view the details better, but I can't see the entire layout, I like to use freeze panes so I can scroll while keeping the top of the layout in view. At the bottom, I will include a payment schedule section detailing whether a deposit is required, how billing will be structured based on work or trade completion, and when the final payment is due. I will also include practical info like who the check should be made out to, using the ampersand, and linking it to the company name. Next, I will create a section to show the total cost of the work, or you can display detailed costs for each part of the project. Now it's just about cleaning the formatting, adding fill colors and spacing to clean it all up. You can also include any legal language needed for your business in smaller italic font at the bottom. If you offer or are required to include a warranty, add that too and merge it across the columns. Since this is a client contract, I will add placeholders for the client's signature, the company's officer's signature, and the dates at the bottom. Lastly, if applicable to your field, make sure to include your business license number. Next, to make this Excel contract look professional and client-ready, I will add a subtle border around it. I have left row 1, column A, column F, and the bottom row empty for a cleaner layout. I will select the same area where I placed the border and set it as the print area. When I go to print, I will make sure it is set to print portrait with narrow or normal margins and scale to fit 1 page wide by 1 page tall. Then I will save a PDF version with the estimate number so I can print it or send it to the client at any time. And ta-da! It does not look like an Excel worksheet. It looks like it was formatted in Word, it's clean and ready to share with the client. Best of all, many of the fields update automatically since it was built in Excel. After sending the client contract for signing, you will want to follow up with progressive and final invoices for completed work. So next, we will create an invoice in Excel. I will perform similar setup as I did with the client contract and make the Excel invoice look like a Word document. I will begin by selecting the default font, changing the background to white to remove gray cell lines, and zooming in on my work area. Next, I will add the necessary information to the invoice, including the company name, address, phone number, invoice date and number, and the billing details. If you have already set up an estimate template in Excel, you can link it to your invoice to automatically pull in details like company information and address to help maintain consistency and minimize manual input. I will start formatting by resizing columns, formatting the date, bolding the title, and adding color to make the invoice stand out. Then I will adjust the columns to fit portrait US letter paper, then tweak them until everything fits just right. To give the sheet a cleaner, more polished feel, I will increase the row height slightly. I will import my company logo, realign the columns to fit it, and leave column A blank and copy and paste its width to column F. At this point, I will add the key details like work descriptions and corresponding charges. I will make sure the project name links back to the invoice and fine-tune the formatting. I will set a taller row height and plug in example services, adding a light border to keep things organized. I will freeze pane so the header remains visible as I work on the rest of the invoice. I will join Make All Checks Payable to with my company name using the ampersand symbol. Then I will calculate subtotals per trade and add sales tax or other tax. It's good to create visual separation between the amount and the description section and apply a uniform style. You can also include any final notes or a client thank you to finalize the invoice. Finally, I will merge the description cells across 3 columns and add sample figures for each trade line. Since this is created in Excel, you can actually create a drop-down list for the work descriptions by referencing work description from your estimate. If you have an estimate, you can use VLOOKUP function to pull the cost amounts, saving time and keeping things consistent. To prevent error messages for empty rows, I will wrap the VLOOKUP function in an if statement to only pull values when a work description is listed. I will test it by adding new work description, and the amount is copied over automatically. You can still manually adjust amounts if needed, if you just want to bill for new or part of your work. At the bottom, I will add a subtotal and apply sales tax as an example rate of 10.25% to the total for a complete sample invoice. I will select the newly created invoice and add a slight border around it. Then I will set it as the print area. When I select it to print, I will make sure it's set to portrait orientation with narrow margins and scale it to fit 1 page wide by 1 page tall. If I notice a lot of white space around the content, I will go back to the invoice and adjust the columns and rows until it covers more of the page. Once I'm happy with the layout, I will save this invoice as a PDF with a number for easy reference, ready for printing or sending to the client. The PDF preview looks amazing. It looks like it was created in Word, but it still has all the links and calculations in Excel. To protect my template and calculations, I will first select the cells that can be manually updated and uncheck the locked cell option under Home Format. Right now, small green triangles appear in the top left corner, implying an error. I will ignore them as they simply indicate unprotected cells, which is what I want. Next, I will protect my file by going to Review, Protect Sheet. I will allow users to edit most of the worksheet, like formatting, sorting, auto-filtering, but not the formulas. After selecting these options, I will click OK. I am not setting a password, but you can. Let's test it. I can update the company information and work description, but the formulas stay locked. Perfect. Now you can create your own client contract and an invoice that fits your business. Or get a copy of this template in my Etsy store. Thanks so much for watching.